Hello folks, Double Tap here, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a beer review for one of the subscriber recipes, and this is what the Beer Baron come up with. There's the label I did. I couldn't do a picture one for you, Beer Baron, because it's alright. This is the 7th beer review I've done today, and so I might muddle my words up a little bit because I've drank them one after another. I mean, normally a pint will last me up to half an hour. I've drank through. I've just done 3. This is my 3rd review in 15 minutes, so that shows you how fast I'm drinking. So bear with me, folks. But anyway, the Beer Baron's logo on YouTube is a bee. And I couldn't copy it and put it to the bottle, so I made up my own one for this one. But anyway, as you can see, we've got Beer Baron, gold seal, and it's the Cordon Brew 4X bitter that we did. So let me run you through the recipe. So we used 2 500 grams of dark malt. It's alright. Yeah, we used the 2 500 grams dark malt, 700 grams of sugar. We used 400 grams of honey. We dry hopped with 40 grams of WGV hops. That was done on day 4. And I left them in for 3 days, then took them out. It fermented for just over a week, so I left it for 2 weeks. Then I put it in our pressure barrel, if you remember. But I bottled up 4 bottles of this because I wanted to try it. And I don't like taking stuff out of the pressure barrel while it's secondary fermenting. That's why I put 2 carbonation drops in each bottle, and I just put 4 in the cupboard. But anyway, this one come out at 6.5% volume, and when you tally everything up, the 2 malt, the sugar, the hops, the honey, as well as buying the beer kit, every one of these pints come out at 40 pence. That was a bargain. But in all fairness, I got the beer kit really cheap as well off the internet. It was an absolute bargain. But anyway, let's crack it open and give it a try. Now, this has been in these bottles a couple of days, under a month. When we go back to when it was originally brewed, it's well over a month, but I don't really count that. I count it when it goes in the bottles. But anyway, got a bit of gas off it, not loads but a bit. So let's pour this off. And I'll be quite honest with you, I've never heard of this Cordon Brew until I actually seen the beer kit. Okay, it is a bitter, so I'm not expecting massive things with the head, but we've got one anyway. But I did pour it a little bit aggressively at the end. Let's have a look at the colour. It's quite a dark brown. It's bordering on a stout, that is. Loads of carbonation in it. It's all settling in the glass. And we got that creamy caramel head going on. I mean, the head ain't massive, but it's what you've got to expect with a bitter. It's not really that type of beer, to be honest. I don't think it is anyway. Excuse me. But anyway, let's have a smell. Very mild citrus. I put that down to the hops. Other than that, I'm not picking up much else. So, cheers folks. Ooh, extremely rich coffee flavour, that is. The porters, that I've tried in the past, if I didn't know that that was a bitter, I'd have said that was a porter, because of the colour of it, as well as straight away that coffee's hitting you. Very mild aftertone of the citrus WGV hops, but very mild. For all of the beers that I've used, I've said on every one of them, if I had to give it a scale out of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 2 for that mild citrusy flavour. If you like that sort of flavour, but not too strong, this is the way to go with it. But without those hops in it, I would prefer it without them hops in it. Gotta be honest with you, I really would. I'm not a citrus fan, to be honest. But you've got to try the stuff. You've got to try these little experiments, if you want to call them that, and see what you come out with, because you don't know until you try. It's trial and error, ain't it, really? And at 40p a pint, I can live with that very mild citrus taste, because it does taste like a cracking pint. My personal preference would be to not have it in. If I do the brew again, I won't put it in. Just simple as that. It's a no-brainer when you think about it. 40p, that's nothing, that isn't. You know, you can't go anywhere in this country anyway and pay prices like that. Nowhere can you pay price. Even if something was out of date, you wouldn't be getting it for 40p. Not that I've seen beer for sale that's out of date. I mean, the only beer I've ever seen that's been reduced was when one of the cans has exploded and it's gone all over the pack of cans, and then they'll flog it for whatever price, but I still don't buy it anyway. But anyway, I'm babbling now because I've been drinking. we all know how that one is. We all know how that one works. You're watching this channel because it's talking about beer, so you obviously drink it, so you know what I'm talking about, even if you're pretending that you don't. It's a nice beer. Like I said, I'd never heard of this Cordon Brew. I was calling it Gordon Brew because I thought it was a bloody G. It's like got a funny shaped C on it, but apparently it's Cordon Brew. But for my money, if it didn't have them hops in, excuse me, I'm getting a bit chesty now. So Tommy, yeah, I'd say that was a porter. I really, really would, because that's exactly what it tastes like. It looks like it, and it's just as nice. And I'll be honest with you, the other porters I've tried that I've brought bottles from the shop, this is better. This beer is better. There's no two ways about it. I've not tried any of them homebrew kits apart from the Geordie Winter Warmer, and if you put 2 cans into that, that'd be bang on. It'd be a lovely, lovely homebrew, that would. It's just lacking in flavour, that beer is. But out of every one of them kits I've done, I can honestly stand here and say that none of them have been rubbish or crap or tasted cheap, or, do you know what I mean? Any of that. I've been drinking beer for way too long now. I mean, I ain't telling you my age, but I've got the number in my head, and it's a crazy amount of years. So we all know what we're talking about when we say a beer's crap or that one's proper nice. Do you know what I mean? It comes down to personal taste for everything, you know. But this is a good one. If you haven't tried it, give it a go, folks, because it's well worth it. I personally don't think you'll find this kit though. I really don't, because I ain't seen it for sale anywhere. I might be wrong. If you see it, I'd get it. If you like a porter and you like a bitter, just brew the kit as it is. Don't put no hops in like I've done. If I ever get one of these again, I won't be putting the hops in. I'd love to taste this beer just as it is. And I'd do exactly the same with the John Bull one as well that I've done. But anyway, oh bloody hell, excuse me. I've got quite a few more beers to go through, believe it or not. There's, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. I've got 6 more today. So it's going to be a busy night. Plus, I've got another pint sat over there waiting for me to drink it. What I might do is put this one in the fridge and drink that one. I don't know. This is another beer that I was trying. So it's 2 hands for 2 beers. I don't. No, I am that drunk. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, because we do videos all the time. I love doing the homebrew ones for obvious reasons. And give us a thumbs up. Leave your comments as I'll read them all, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm Double Tap, and bye for now. I'll catch you in the next episode.